eye here. You're the one who gave Talmor a black eye. Sure know how to pick your enemies, don't you?
Wait, what? I've never heard that one before. Is that a response to the quest that I just did? There are some things that guards and other idle NPCs can say in passing that are references to specific quests. I've never heard that one before. Anyway, hello all the crazy people out there. My name is Dragonite. Welcome back to the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. I think today, what I'm gonna do, and in that, so something I did between videos is I went back to the fortress where I beat up a bunch of Thalmor. I stole all their like axes and Thalmor armor and stuff and whatever, elven armor, whatever. And I basically just went and sold it. And I now have a lot of gold again. And because now that I'm like close to level, I won't go into the level screen now. I think I'm like level 58 and a half on destruction magic, and my goal for that, at least in the immediate term, is 50. I'm close enough to that I won't buy any more levels than that. And there's not that many other things, any other like skill levels that I want to buy, aside from just like if I happen to be passing through an area where I know that someone will sell me levels, do skill training. I'm not going to go out of my way for it. So I think what I'm going to do to do a bit of money sink is
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward.
Provincia Savinici, the steward of the Jarl of Whiterun. So I can buy a house from you in Whiterun.
There's a house available right now. Wonderful. Here's the key to your new home.
And we now have a bit of a base of operations where we can go and like store items and stuff that we don't want to be hauling around with us. And we've got a couple of those. I tend to have a hard time just like selling unique weapons and armor and that sort of thing when I can avoid doing that. So things like Nakreen, if I happen to not be wearing this, the Dragon's Priest mask, I will actually need these for something else later in the game. But things like Nettlebane, which was a quest item, I have a hard time selling those as much as like putting them in the PC forever with no intent on ever using them again. Much like other legendary Pokemon. Anyway, the Breeze Home is the house that we can go and inhabit, and that can be found down this way. And it's pretty close to the beginning of town. It's pretty close to the blacksmith, in fact, which is convenient if you want to like store a bunch of crafting materials, and then like one day just pick up 1,000 pounds of carry weight of crafting materials and go to the blacksmith and churn out levels in smithing. But this is the Breeze Home. I ran up the stairs out of habit. There's not much to it. It's pretty dark and cobwebby, and if I turn on a light, if I can find a light, we might be able to see better. We can see that there's a lot of things like empty boxes that we can't interact with. There's a table, which maybe we could do with the cleaning before anyone puts food on it. If we come over here, there is a random pile of straw. All right. And upstairs, there is a room off to the side over here, which has a bed in it and a... Really? I own this bed, excuse you. Why is there a pillow underneath it? Oh, that's a sack. Anyway, this room has some furnishings. You can take the cheese and the wine if you like. There are some... I'm gonna empty out those because I'm probably gonna put stuff in there. There's a dresser. This bed I can actually use if I wanted to. Anyway, I think what I'm gonna do is let me go dump some of the unique items that I plan on keeping around for old time's sake. So, for example, Nettlebane can go in there. I don't think there's actually any more. Yeah, see, I didn't actually manage to sell all of these because the blacksmith in town ran out of money to sell me stuff with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put some of the crafting ingredients that I've got. So deer hides, that can turn into leather. That can be useful if I decide to do something with that eventually. I'm going to start putting the dragon items in here, the dragon bones and dragon scales, because I do want to eventually... And definitely not soon, mind you, but eventually craft the really good, like, dragon scale, dragon bone weapons and armor. Saber cat pelts, snow bear pelts. Those are the skins you get from looting dead animals. And I think that's it for now. Alright, the rest of the carry weight that I've got is, like, junk that I should sell eventually. Orcish helmet, a little on the heavy side. And, alright, yeah. So I'm gonna go and take advantage of the fact that I actually have a bed and, fall asleep for 12 hours. And I think I'm gonna see if I can sell the rest of my, elven stuff that I picked up off the ground. Anyway, now that we've done with that, I have money again, somehow. And I'd like to, maybe make some improvements on the Breeze home because... Thanks, Lydia. Because it is kind of, you know, bare right now. And if I talk to Provincial Savanici again, he did give us a Whiterun home decorating guide, which I'm not going to read because it's pretty straightforward. I can select, I'd like to decorate my home.
I'll be glad to help you. There are many ways to improve your home, provided you have the coin. And of course, don't forget to consult your home decorating guide for descriptions of the decorations you can buy. Now, what would you like to purchase?
So we don't really have an entire base building mechanic here, but we can go and say bedroom furnishings or loft decorations or dining room decorations. And this is going to generally make things a little bit nicer looking. I think 2 of these are mutually exclusive. I think children's bedroom and alchemy laboratory are mutually exclusive. You can't have both. I'm just going to go and...
Very well. I'll make the arrangements. The next time you visit your house, your new furnishings will be in place. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase?
I'm just going to go and select some of these. How about the loft decorations?
Very well.
I'm going to go
Is there
through all
anything
these.
else you'd like to purchase? Very well.
All right, yeah, the child's room and the alchemy lab are mutually exclusive. I'm gonna leave it at that because there is one other thing which I think I would like to do in this game now that we've set up the Breeze home, and that is gonna be after I actually go back to the Breeze home and see what it looks like now. If I come back in here, it actually looks kind of nice in here now. There's a fire. There is actual light. I can stand in the fire without catching fire. I always thought it would be, you know, fitting and probably not that much more complex from a game engineering standpoint to actually make you take damage if you stood in fire. Although for what it's worth, there's a couple places where that would just be an inconvenience if you like ran over something like this by accident and then ended up taking damage. But standing in fire without taking damage just always seems a little bit weird to me. So we've got a kitchen, for lack of better words. This, I believe, is going to be the children's bedroom. Down here, downstairs. Upstairs is going to be the loft. Let's see, there's more food out and about. I can take that if I really want a couple of extra cheese wheels, which I don't know why I would. Oops. Can I put this back? Game, Skyrim, cooperate with me. Put it back. There we go. This is largely unchanged. I don't know what changed in here, other than that, like, the bed is still owned. Why can I not sleep in that? That's weird. Unless this is what counts as the loft. This is like an actual room now, instead of just being like a corner of the attic like it used to be. And we've got our chest that we had before, and a couple of other containers that we can put stuff in if we'd like. Let's see. Now, am I actually able to do this now? I don't remember if I can do this now or if there's another prerequisite. So, the kid who's the homeless kid, who you can find wandering around Whiterun, is one of several kids in the game who you can adopt. I think she usually likes to hang out around this tree. Alright.
Looking for my husband, Nazim? Check the Jarl's backside. That's usually where he stuffs himself these days.
That's quite some imagery. Lucia.
Fancy yourself an alchemist, Never could get the hang of that.
You have a bat, lady. Could you spare a coin? It's what Brennan said I should do. He's the only one that's been nice to me since Mama. Since she died. My aunt and uncle took over our farm and threw me out. Said I wasn't good for anything. I wound up here, but I don't know what to do. I miss her so much. Really? Do you have a place I could live? Oh, wow. Are you sure? You really wouldn't mind? Yay! Thanks, Mama. I promise I'll be the best daughter ever.
Alright, so I can actually do this now. I wasn't sure if, like, actually getting married was a prerequisite for adopting a kid, but if you have if you own a house, of which there are several in this game. The Breeze home probably being the easiest one to come by. And if there is a... Watch where you're going, will you? And if there is a children's bedroom furnishing in that house, you can adopt a kid, and they will come to live with you. And that seems like a nice thing to do. All right, so she's gonna run inside.
It's everything I could have hoped for. I have a family again. I can't thank you enough.
And I'm gonna try to remember to come back once in a while and say hello and make sure that she hasn't, like, burned anything down or anything like that. You can adopt up to 2 kids, and if you have 2, they will do sibling things like calling each other names and that sort of thing. You can also find her, like, running around outside and generally being happier than she was previously. Once adopted.
I like it here. The tree in the park is so pretty.
Definitely in a better mood than you were before. Alright, Lydia, can you, like, not be in the way? So, let's see. We can play a game. We can go outside, go do your chores. It's time for us to move if you have more than one house. You can gift your kids stuff. And I don't think... Oh, there's nothing. So if you have, like, a mountain flower or something like that in your inventory, or, like, a toy sword or something like that, you can...
Stop teasing me.
Yeah, I know. I didn't realize that I didn't have anything in the inventory. Anyway, you can gift stuff to your kids and they'll be happy. I don't think it really makes a permanent effect on the game or anything like that, but it's part of the roleplay, you know? Anyway, I'm gonna try to remember to come home and just check on how she's doing every once in a while. Maybe not every video, but every couple of quests or something like that. And, what do I want to do now? So, should this be the video where I just do nothing but take out, like, miscellaneous quests? Investigate the Hall of the Dead. Is that the one in this town? That's one of the ones in the other town. It didn't say. I thought I did the one here in Whiterun already. But, let's see. There's a bunch of stuff that I could do here. I could bring 1 mammoth tusk to Isolde if I happen to find one, which I don't think I have. I could probably go find a mammoth to kill pretty easily. Deliver Adonato's book to Gerard. There's another delivery one that I saw someone. Deliver the Stallion's potion to Rayek. I guess I'll do that. Where is this going to lead me? This is going to be the Blue Palace. I think Rayek is another one of the ones who would have been in Markarth, but got kicked out when we did the diplomacy quest as part of the main story. So let's go to the Blue Palace, and yeah, it looks like you're in that corner of the building. We can just go and deliver the Stallion's potion. You can use your imagination to figure out what that's probably going to be used for.
We lost Markarth. Igman's family has ruled there for generations. Oh, yes. Thank you. Here you go. Some gold for your assistance and your discretion. Until next time.
500 gold added for that one little errand. That's kind of a lot. What else do I want to do? What other things do I think can be taken care of pretty quickly? Let's see. This one is yeah, it's gonna be a while before I end up doing all that. This is another delivery one. I'm gonna go and do that. I think that one actually might be right here in Solitude too, for that matter. Let's see. The quest marker is pointing straight ahead. Oh, is that going to be going to the Bard's College? Is he a member of the Bard's College? I think he might be. Let's see. So if I come over here to the Bard's College, where we recently spent some amount of time. Let's see. The target of this miscellaneous errand is going to be found sleeping. All right.
They found it. They actually found it.
Found and or like made up, I guess. In this case, it's the same thing. I can ask you for training in speech, apparently. I have a thing for you.
Ah, yes. Adonato's new work. Shorter than I expected, but words must be judged on merit. I'll look over this later. Why don't you take this for your trouble?
Words must be judged on merit, not length, is the thing that I tried and mostly failed to convince my teachers of when I was in school. Yeah, I was one of those kids where if you asked me to write 5 pages, I'd turn in like 1.5 and I'd say that's good enough. I was the best student. Anyway, what else can I do? Anything else? I wish that these were like, you could organize these by location so that I could find all the things that are in like a particular location. These are, a lot of these are going to kick off longer quests. Retrieve Wylandria's Soul Gem, Wylandria's Ingot, and Wylandria's Spoon. So the wizard in Riften has a little bit of trouble keeping track of stuff, and we can help her do that. And she lost 3 items that can be found at various points in the game world. One of them is here in Ivarstead, one of them is in Windhelm, and one of them is up in Winterhold. I think I'll go to Winterhold first. They're all pretty easy to find if you know where to look. If you didn't have the quest marker on them, it would be like finding a needle in the haystack, but if you know
I'm sorry,
what you're looking for, I think you can just happen across them and pick them up on your own without having this little quest active, but you won't be able to like do anything with them until later. That's gonna be the ingot, the spoon, and the soul gem can be found. One of them is gonna be in, I think, the tavern in Windhelm. Nope. Is it gonna be in the alchemist lab? I mean, I guess if a wizard is gonna leave something somewhere, that wouldn't be altogether unexpected. Let's go into the white file and see if I can find anything on this barrel. Wylandria's Soul Gem. And lastly, over in Ivarstead, which can be found over here. What's this? Hilgrin's Tomb. What was connected to that? Why was that marked on my map? We can go into, of all places, I think the farmhouse where Fastard lives. You might have actually seen this item on the table when I was in there earlier, but if we come over to the farmhouse where Fastard lives, and I might have to wait for morning. Alright, Fellstar Farm. Let's give it 3 hours. And let's go inside, and on the table here, and I don't know what Wylandria would have been doing here, but we have Wylandria's Spoon. Alright, I guess Dad is still home. We won't talk to him. I won't open tensions in that particular direction right at this moment. So, we found Wylandria's 3 things. Let's go to Mistveil Keep. We can turn them in. And I don't think this is really gonna, like, advance any, like, story or relations or anything like that. But it is a quest, and I will do it. And Wylandria usually has funny things to say, and that's good enough for me as far as rewards go.
I know you. Where was it? Items? What items? Let me see those. I'm not sure how you managed it, but these are exactly what I need to start my next set of experiments. Wonderful. Well, at least allow me to reward you for your uncanny foresight. You already forgot that you sent me on an errand. Oh, I did get... Alright, I got a Scroll of Firestorm, I got a Scroll of Guardian Circle, and I got a Scroll of Harmony. And a Scroll of Bane of the Undead. And a Scroll of Mayhem. And it looks like that. Alright, wow. You actually gave me some pretty good rewards for that. Can I just sell those back to you? I don't really have any use for any of those things. You don't buy every scroll? Why? What would make those different? Why can I not sell those back to you? Ward first, then summon.
Alright, very, very unusual. Let me get out of here. And let me think. There is definitely... I don't actually know if the Draven's Bow quest is in my quest log anywhere. I picked it up when I was in the Radaway, or down in the Thieves Guild somewhere. And I think... And I keep looking it up. I don't know what it is about it, but I keep looking it up. And I keep not remembering where I have to go for this one. But I want to say Draven is one of the guys who lives outside of town in the horse farm. You're not Draven. If I come outside in this direction, and Aaron and Mule are going to complain about the Thieves Guild for a while. If I come out in this direction, and if I talk to the guys at the farm... Yeah, horses. You can buy horses. You can also steal horses. But I want to see the Riften stables.
Too lazy to walk, eh? Well, you found the right place.
That's one way to introduce yourself. Is there anyone else in here? No. Alright, where is Draven? I swear he's around here somewhere. Ooh, the Khajiit traders outside of Riften today have lockpicks. I will be buying 35 of those, thank you. Anything else I can get rid of? Like these scrolls that Wylandria wouldn't buy back from me? Anyway, so it turns out that Draven is a guy who lives not on, like, the horse stables or anything like that, but the farm over in this direction relative to Riften, a little bit down the road. And we've got... let's see, Merryfair Farm is going to be discovered. We've got Draven Clanith. That's the double L that I usually associate with, like, Welsh or something, and I can't pronounce to save my life. Alright.
Some thieves from Riften broke in here and stole it. Can you imagine? Took the only thing of value we had. If you have the guts to head into the Ratway and get my bow back, I'll pay you what I can.
Why are those guards sneaking up on something behind you? I don't know how to feel about that.
That's it. That's my bow. I don't know how you got it back, and I don't want to know. Frankly, I don't even care. I'm just so glad to see it again. Here, this is all I can afford to give you as compensation. Hope it's enough.
Alright, so you're gonna give me a couple of gemstones. Wow, nice. Thanks, sir. There seems to be some kind of, like, I don't know, like, sequence break when you do that. Like, he talks to you like you've already had this conversation the first time you talked to him, like, about the bow. I'm sure that if you came here before you picked up Draven's bow, which can be found pretty easily, like, just on the sequence of the main story in the Radaway, he'll say something about it and you can offer to go and get it for him, but it's so easy to come across the bow by accident, and he's a relatively minor, obscure NPC, who you very easily could just, like, skip talking to for the entirety of the game. I'm not sure if there was intended to be, like, a better lead up to that, or if it was just always a little bit awkward, and it was just something that was, like, missed when all the NPC interactions in this game were being planned out. But anyway, I'm gonna go steal the alchemy ingredients that can be found on that farm, and let's see, what else do I want to do. So we've got visit the museum in Dawnstar. That's gonna kick off another quest. This is gonna involve another quest, or at least this one is gonna involve going and, like, diving into a dungeon, which I don't really want to do in this video. Plant Viola's gold ring and Viola Giordano's house in Windhelm. I think I'll do that at some point. I don't want to do a lot of things that are going to... Oh, obtain the marks of Debella. Alright, I'm right here in Riften, I can do that. Bring 10 fire salts to Balamund. That's also right here in Riften. I'm going to not do this legitimately. I'm just going to use console commands to spawn 10 of these things in my inventory. Fire salts are not the most common item in the game. You can buy them from alchemists. You can find them on, like, Wild Flame Atronox, but I don't really want to spend the time waiting around to do that. I don't want to risk accidentally using them. So I think I'm just going to spawn them in with a console command. Let's see. The command in question is going to be player.add item, and if memory serves, I need the ID of the fire salt item, which I have written down next to me, which is going to be 3AD5E in hex, and I need the quantity, which is going to be like 10. Alright, so I now have 10 fire salts. So, if you look up the IDs of items and other things in the game of Skyrim on UESP or something like that, you'll usually see it preceded with, like, a bunch of zeros. You can skip those, you just need the actual numeric part of the ID. Like, the part of the number that's actually significant, rather. Anyway, now that we've done that, we can go back into Riften, and we can go and talk to Balamund. And is he going to be out? It is 3:49 p.m., which means that he should be out. So if I just run over in the direction of his forge, and he's working with an audience, either that or Tithis is just lost in thought there. I've got your fire salts.
Amazing. These must have been very hard to come by. You've saved my business and warmed an old smith's heart. For that, I thank you.
Alright, so hard to come by. Nobody tell him. Just, he doesn't have to know. Anyway, that's gonna be one thing. What else did I say I wanted to do? plant the ring. The other thing, while I'm here in Riften, let's go and obtain the marks of the Bella, shall we? And I think for this, I'm actually going to... Can I talk to them and convince them to relinquish them, or am I going to have to actually pickpocket?
Around here. What did you want?
If Riften is the best...
I'm quite busy. Need something, or can I get back to work?
Okay, so I actually can just ask for it. This is not going to be awkward at all.
You're crazy. How dare you make such an accusation?
Look, you're not making it better by shouting it at the top of your lungs.
You aren't making any sense. Hand what over?
Okay, that speech check didn't work. I feel like intimidate checks are usually harder, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
If word gets around that I betted her, they'll lose all respect for me at the meadery. Take the mark if you want it. It's not worth all this hassle anyway.
Alright, again, you would make things better for yourself if you didn't scream it out at the top of your lungs. Where are we, by the way? Oh, this is the meadery.
Well, we serve only the best here. Blackbriar mead. May I get one for you? Take a look.
What do you sell me, like, regular stuff, too? Kind of? Necklace of Magicka? Is that better than the necklace I already have? No, I think I like this Magicka regenerating faster. I'm gonna keep that. Alright. Let us go and, get out of there. And, we've got 2 more to find. Wait, is there another one in here? Hang on.
Need something?
Alright. Oh, is this gonna be a door that goes, like, outside or something like that? That is not. Wait a minute. Hang on. I feel like the game is telling me that there's a... Even if it is outside the city, there's probably an efficient way of, like, getting there by going through this building. Yeah, alright. Let's see. So, I've already forgotten who else I'm supposed to be getting these things from, but there appears to be someone in the fishery. I think that's what this building is. Fishery. Gonna go in here, and who is gonna be hanging out in the fishery? Someone on the other side of this door.
New in town, eh? Here for the fishing, I guess.
Not today, actually, I'm not.
Fishing on Lake Onric. You should try it sometime. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'd never sleep with anyone besides my good wife, Drifa.
Alright, so that's what they all say, I'm sure.
Hand what over? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Alright, so this is so far going about as well as the other guy. Let's try the intimidation check then.
Look, it was one night, okay? I think she slipped something in my drink. I haven't even been back to the bunkhouse since. Just take this damn thing. I never want to see it again.
So I think I mentioned when we met Helga earlier that the guys who she was messing around with don't seem quite as enthusiastic about the whole thing as she is, and you can read into that however much you want. Let's see, the last one I think is going to be pointing to that Riften Stables over there, which is kind of where I just was, but I'll fast travel anyway. And let's see, the guy in the stables, the stable master, I suppose, can be found right here.
Well, you found the right place.
Alright, that's what you said the first time too. I can ask to buy a horse instead. How did you come to be known as Horse Crusher? Alright, I can't...
The name for years.
I can't not ask
I've been
this
riding
question.
Horses since I was a lad. Nothing I liked more. But as I got bigger, so did my mounts. And one day, I was drunker than I've ever been and mounted a poor colt. Broke his back in 2. Haven't ridden since.
Alright, please let's not juxtapose that against the mark of Debella that Helga gave you. Let's just get this over with.
I don't even know what that is. Look, you must have me confused with someone else.
So am I just gonna have to walk around intimidating everybody?
I don't want a bad reputation in Riften, but Helga's out of control. She wanted to try it in the stables, so I said yes. If you want the mark that badly, then go ahead and take it.
So, I don't know if, like, these guys are just making up excuses for messing around with Helga, or if they're actually, like, I don't know, if she's been playing around with, like, love potions or something like that, but, yeah. Let's bring these to her, and let's hopefully never speak of this again, although I'm sure that her niece is gonna have a good laugh while we're at it. Let's see, the bunkhouse is just around the corner here, right? Let's grab that dragon's tongue. Inside here, it is now 6 p.m. Everybody should be here. Should I go and speak to you first, or should I talk to,
Sorry
Savannah?
about the mess. Keeping this place clean is quite a chore.
Okay, you don't have any new dialogue options
and
for
get
this, so I
those
guess we're
marks
just gonna
from
talk to
Islands,
Helga
please.
about
If you're
this.
looking for a room, try the Bee and Barb. This place is for the working man.
Oh, I've also got the message from Brynjol from the Thieves Guild. By the way, what exactly do these marks of Dibella actually look like? Are they just like amulets or something, or they're sapphires? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so about this.
What? How? Where did you get these? No, don't tell me. I don't want to know.
Believe me, neither did
You
I.
need to keep this quiet between you and me, okay? No one else needs to know about it. If word got out that I'm practicing my Dibellan arts in Riften, they'll run me out of town. Here, take this and don't mention a word of this to anyone, especially Savannah.
Alright, so
Working at the Riften fishery is tough, but it put some coin in my pocket.
So Savannah, as it happens, was right around the corner.
I'd recommend the Bee and Barb.
I assume you heard our little conversation right out there.
Oh, I know. Isn't it wonderful? I bet she squirmed like a skeever when you pulled them out of your pocket. I think things are going to be a lot different around here from now on. And I have you to thank for it. Here, I want you to have this. It was my father's, but I'm certain you'll put it to good use.
Alright. Iron Helmet of Major Magicka.
Sure,
Alright,
please.
so
Not like
got quite a few quest rewards from this. Let's see. Oh, I noticed my carry weight went down. Did Draven's Bow actually count towards carry weight? A lot of the time, quest items will not actually count towards carry weight, so that they won't become like an inconvenience on your way to doing things like, you know, carrying around a random hit bone. Although that one's fairly light in comparison. Let's see. I think that's all the miscellaneous objectives I really intended on doing in Riften at the moment. There are plenty of other things you can do if you run around talking to people. Plant Viola's gold ring. Yeah, I'm gonna do that one now, I think. I kept glancing over that when I was looking through the menu for other stuff. So let's go to Windhelm. And Viola Giordano is gonna live in, I guess this would be the northwest section of town where the fancy houses are. What time is it? It is 4 o'clock in the morning. I wonder if I'm going to be able to...
You know about Talos?
I wonder if I'm going to be able to, like, break in without anybody noticing if everybody's going to be, like, asleep. So, this is an expert level lock. I've got 53 lockpicks now, thanks to buying them from the Khajiit traders. Alright. Not on that side. That's one broken pick. Almost. Gonna get this in 3. Let's try by that scuff mark. There we go. Alright, so we got a lockpicking level, and we can go sneaking around. And, apparently I just need to stick it in this table over here. I'm gonna go and put... Where? Oh, it would be an apparel, wouldn't it? I'm going to go and put Viola's gold ring in there. We can sneak back out of here. I don't know if I have to sneak. I assume there's someone sleeping upstairs because it is 4 o'clock in the morning. And we can run back to the place where definitely not stolen items are bought and sold. I can't remember its actual name, but that's what I'm going to call it. Alright. You know, I suppose that guy would probably be sleeping too. I might want to just go and wait to pass some time until we're done. Where was it? I thought it was this one. Oh, that was the House of Curiosities. The pawn shop is farther over here in the corner. Let's see. Some of the signs outside these shops actually have, like, the names of the stores written on them, and some of them don't. I think the Battered Mare and, oh, you're locked up. I think the Bannered Mare in Whiterun has, like, actual text on it that says the Bannered Mare. I think there's a couple of other establishments that have the actual names on them. Do I have to wait another hour? It is 7:30, and I think most buildings open at 8. So let's go. Yeah, there we go.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
All right. Well, I would like you to not steal people's gold rings anymore. Is what I would like.
Problem? Thank you. Azura's prophecy always guides you to fortune. Speaking of fortune, Here. Everything I earned from my last shipment. It's yours.
Alright, so you're gonna give us 800 gold for replacing a stolen object. People have given me a lot of stuff for quest rewards. So some of the, well, maybe most of the quest rewards in this game are leveled so that if you're a lower level, you'll get less interesting stuff than you would if you were a higher level. I'm not that high of a level right now. I'm like level 20, what, 5? And like, there's a good amount of game left for us ahead of us. I don't know why I'm getting so much, at this point for doing fairly minor errands. Anyway, anything else? I think this was just one of those like talk to an NPC to get them to give another NPC a break quest or something like that. I don't think that one's going to turn into anything interesting. Let me see where this is. This is in Solitude, so I'm just going to be fast traveling all around the country today. But we can do this. I'm going to need to go. Okay, this is one of the rich people's houses. Oh no, it's the middle of the night again. The fact that time passes when you fast travel is sometimes convenient and sometimes just inconvenient. Let's see, can I go inside? No.
At your service.
Can I wait again? Will the doors just stay open? Will the NPC I need come out? Is there another door I can go into? Perhaps over here. No? I'm gonna steal your dragon's tongue now. I mean, it's not stealing. Alright, this door is just open. It's not stealing, it's not marked as owned. I'm not gonna incur a bounty by doing it, but it's, I don't exactly know why I always say that, but I do tend to say that a lot, don't I? Why are you looking at the ceiling,
Unless
sir?
we have specific business, I'm not interested.
Specific business. I'd say I have specific business.
Debts are debts. Either he pays them, or his kind do.
Alright, so what if I pay it for him? Oh, I can persuade too?
Fine. You sound like a priest of Mara, but I get your point. Tell him to forget about the gold.
Keep your sword on strong.
Alright, so we've taken care of that. I think I can go and leave. And who exactly was this who gave this one to me? I obviously picked it up at some point when I was in Solitude, but I have like no recollection of when that might have been. We're not going to the Bard's College, are we? Are we going to one of the... Are we going into the castle? Is this where the temple is? I think this might be where the Temple of the Divines is. Alright. Got a nice little theater set up here for something. I'm sure that won't ever be important for any quest in this game ever. Alright, so he's this guy over here. So maybe next time, don't borrow money that you don't have.
Never gamble. Damn Ernskar has me in debt up to the eyes.
Yeah, how about we don't do that again, huh?
You've done a fine thing for me. You know, I used to be quite a warrior in my day. Let me show you a thing or two. You should speak to
And we're gonna get a level in two-handed. Alright. I honestly feel like the NPCs who give you a reward in the form of like a skill level or something like that are usually a more interesting reward for a quest than just like getting gold or getting an item. I'm not gonna say no to gold or items, but I feel like the like exchanging knowledge for quests is even more interesting. Anyway, these stores look like waffles, I swear. Is there anything else I want to do right now? I think I've been doing this video for a decent amount of time, and I have knocked out a bunch of objectives. Look at how much bigger the scroll bar is than it was at the beginning of this video. So I think we're gonna end this here. My name is Dragonite. This has been the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Next time, I think I will move on to quests, like to major side quests. I think I'm gonna do let's say the Thieves Guild. There is a skill trainer who is associated with the Thieves Guild who I would like to visit at some point, and I think that's as good of a reason to just go in a direction as any. You should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.